Now it's time for our top 10 used EVs of 2025, a brand new countdown that, look, I don't think anybody else is doing this. No one's looking at the used EV market as closely as we are, but we are fascinated how this is growing. The range is growing, the cars are getting cheaper. Talk about price parity with ICE cars. We're not looking forward to it. It's here now, and there's a lot more cars in that 25 to 35 bracket. It just make incredible sense now. But let's get straight into it. Of course, top 10, we're starting off at number 10. Of course, it's got to be the Nissan Leaf in the top 10, and it still makes the top 10. And our criteria is based on fully discretionary opinion of myself and Mrs. Amazing, the cars we like, the cars that represent the best value. It's something to do with sales, something to do with likability, something to do with this car just needs to be out there for as long as possible amongst the market. And at 12,000, maybe 10 if you're lucky from the ACT, and shout out to the ACT who have got the highest take-up rate of new EVs, and there's going to be so many more used EVs there, so much quicker. Shout out to ACT. This car's down there, private owner. This is live on the internet at the moment, and it's got to be in our top 10 at number 10. We just love the Leaf. Just there's hardly anything still out there. Forget about the price, even the size, the compactness, the usability, just to go back to the shops and back and forwards. Check it out with some experts if you need some help to find one. There's always some bits and pieces. There's some ones that have come in directly from Japan, as well as the locally sold ones via Nissan. The Good Car Company did some fantastic work bringing in these cars for quite some time. All those cars are outstanding. They had the highest quality imports, and there's some great cars around from direct import from Japan. Keep an eye out. But Nissan Leaf, you're in our top 10 for quite some time, and hopefully a long time. Next up at number 9. This is one that we perhaps might surprise a few people. Not that popular per se, but for those that know it and drive it and love it, this is an outstanding car, because before the Ioniq 5, before the Ioniq 6, this was just the Ioniq. Corolla-ish indoors and outdoors, just pretty, well, sort of trendy in the nose, but sort of looked like it was going to be something else. But this car is incredibly good value. It just dropped down from a dealer, down from 23 down to 20,000. This is price parity with an ICE car. This has done only 30,000 Ks in 5 years, almost 6 years now. The range on these cars is what impresses people most. Owners just love the range. 373 without a lot of the battery management that we've got these days. Just a really handy, easy car. A bit slow on the charging, but for around town and just a small trips, can't go past the Ioniq, original Ioniq. This is a deal. This is a fantastic car. Coming in at number 8, of course, the BYD, and no one had heard of BYD 3 years ago. BYD 803 jumped onto the scene. The Dolphin hasn't made our top 10, not as popular and just doesn't appeal as much. But the Seal jumped on at number 8 because it's a direct Model 3 competitor. There's no doubt about it. It's a fantastic car, brilliant inside and out. And again, 39,409, almost $40,000 for a 2025 BYD. This one had done only about 4,500 Ks, less than a year old, the base model. But as soon as the Model 3 came out, this one came out within a few years later. It was sedans, I think, are on the wane. It's probably not where the market's going, but BYD had to have a competitor for the Model 3. So this is it, and a brilliant car. A lot of people have owned one. A lot of people have enjoyed one. Don't see that many around, but still selling pretty well. But yeah, I just think the sedan market is on the wane a little bit. So this represents fantastic value and a brilliant car. Number 7, of course, this makes no sense whatsoever. The Porsche Taycan is up there in our top 10. Look, it was our EV of the year, new EV of the year last year. I just love them. I think if I could have squeezed the 130-odd thousand that Porsche, authorised Porsche dealership might take, I would definitely have one. Class Porsche, all Porsche. I can't help myself on this one. Beautiful looking car. It would have to be in the garage, maybe somewhere between the AmazingEV and the Spectre, but probably not. Maybe not that practical, but just yeah, as a touring car, a driver's car to go out and have some fun driving an EV. Maybe it might be a toss up between the Model Y performance and this one, but yeah, the Model Y performance would win on price for sure. This one, look, I love the Porsche and I love the Taycan. So we snuck it in, even though it's not on the official top 10 sellers used EVs. I snuck it in there because it's a personal favourite, and just quietly, it's a personal favourite of Mrs. Amazing's as well. Next up on the list, of course, the MG4 makes the top 10. And I'm going to be sad to see this one go because the new one's out and we've all had a reasonable look at it. And if you haven't seen it, Google it. It's not quite the same. This one came out and it was different. We had a week with it and we lent it to some people and everyone loved it. It was still not up to European class inside, but it was cute. It was stylish. It was different. And everyone knows MG is not doing that well in their home market, but they've done well in the UK and they're doing well here. This is an MG Excite 51, again, the base model, $26,000. And yeah, maybe you can get a new one still on a run out for 30-ish. They've had some great deals. This is a great looking car, only 24,000 Ks. Beautiful car, and we're going to have a soft spot for the MG4 as well. It was one of the first few that we drove as well. One of my first press cars. Love the MG4. So just in terms of sentimental value, it's still selling well on the new car market. Yeah, very interesting to see how its replacement does, because it's a very different looking car. And this was edgy, this was stylish. I love it. It's made our number 6. Another MG at number 5, and the MG ZS EV. And again, look at the price of this one, $16,000 for 2021, done 81,000 Ks. Now, this was a petrol / hybrid / EV platform, but it's got pockets of interest around the country. It's just a reliable, decent, small EV if you wanted to get into an EV. At $16,000, unbelievable price. This is how, again, a private sale on a website, on a marketplace, or instantly live. I took this last couple of days. This is live. This is real. This was for sale. Michelle, if you're out, sorry, Michael, if you're out there, look, hopefully we can send a buyer your way. A brilliant car. There's no doubt about it. This is absolutely amazing. I think Chris Vanderstock's still got a ZS EV. We might try and get him on because I hear about his ownership experience. This is a brilliant car. Loved it. And I really think that, yeah, these are going to continue to sell well. Again, style-wise, and it's a boxy, small family SUV, easy to park, maybe a natural successor to the Nissan Leaf maybe, but just a brilliant package overall. And again, it's been replaced by the MG S5, I think, but again, without too much fanfare. I think Tom bought one for his family, but again, not a lot of fanfare, not a lot of advertising on that one. It'd be interesting to see if that has the same sort of success. But this will go down in folklore as one of the established pillars of, and a lot of following behind this one. So we're big fans of the MG. Thanks, Ross. Good to see you on board. Lovely. Hope you're having a quiet, relaxing New Year's Eve, and maybe get a view of the fireworks a bit later on. We'll be home with Mrs. Amazing a bit later on. And we'll be having a small glass of non-alcoholic champagne as well, just to see out this new year and look forward to next year as well. This one is not in my top 10, but as a wild card, again, a quirky little car that should have been more popular, was probably too expensive, but starting to get reasonably priced on the used EV market now. $45,990 at a dealer, still too much for Post-it note yellow. It's cute. It's attractive. It's cute little car, great little size. We've driven one as well. Amazing finish. And Google Android operating system. Few bugs. Hopefully they fixed them. Just a great little car. And this, again, well made. Looks stylish. Chinese built, European design. Fantastic little car. I put this in as a wild card because I think it's probably on my list if I was going out to buy something in this bracket before I bought new, to have a look at this one to see if it shaped up. This one a couple of years old, but you could probably get them newer now. And this one had only done low Ks as well. Maybe they weren't is attractive to people, but yeah, starting to come on the used EV market now and representing really good buying, I think. Moving on to number 4, and we're getting into the top 4 now. And of course, here stands Polestar 2, because the Polestar is an amazing used car. To me, it was an amazing new car, still selling in lower numbers. Polestar 4 is doing well. Polestar 2 is a brilliant car. You can step out of any European car, step straight into a Polestar 2. You feel absolutely at home. Brilliantly built. The first EV I ever drove was a Polestar 2 and loved it. And we thought we were going to go in that direction, but we didn't. As you know, we ended up buying a Tesla Model Y, but still love this car and starting to get really attractive on the used EV market as well. There's going to be some great deals around. This one stands 60, I think 70,000 Ks, no problems, not a single thing. Stands on board tonight, and Twiggy's there. That makes the whole package a hell of a lot more attractive. This is what buying and running and driving EVs is all about. We love this shot, and we love your adventures, Stan. Thanks for coming on board. Down to the top 3 now, and it gets probably a little bit predictable because we are now reflecting probably the sales of the new cars now. Sorry, of the used EV market now. The top 3, this is the top 3, and the BYD Atto 3 is right up there, and it's holding its value reasonably well. This one is a really peculiar model. It's a bargain, but it's done 170,000 Ks. An Uber driver did in 2 years what probably most people would take 8 years to do. I'm just amazed by this, that the batteries are lasting so much longer than everybody thought. There's very few problems. Yes, isolated issues, packs are going, packs are being replaced. Here's a car that's done 180,000 Ks, Ubering 3/4 of the day, non-stop for 2 years. It's done 8-9 years of life. And perhaps and potentially someone else can get another life out of it, another 100,000. We still don't know. We're entering territory now with some of these cars. Perhaps in China, those models have done more, but we're getting up to, wait till we get to 200,000 or 300,000 Ks without any problems. There'll be some battery degradation. We'll get some tests done. We'll have a look at it for you. And next week, we're going to take a deep dive into battery testing. And next week will be battery week. Next Wednesday night, we're going to look at batteries all night long. But this one, just a story, absolutely incredible as far as I'm concerned. This car had done that. And there's cars that have done more. Put it out on Facebook. The people have done 200, but brilliant to see a car done that much so quickly. And this Model 3's in that same bag as well. But we can't get enough listings of the Atto 3's. They're going faster than we can list them. They're selling really well in the secondhand market. There's some great deals out there. There's been an upgrade of the Atto 3 as well, but this is probably a 4 or 5 year old Chinese car that we've had for 3 years here. But they got it right probably first time, BYD, and maybe apart from the guitar strings on the inside of the doors, which you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, look, style-wise, probably a little bit out there, but they've toned that back in the Atto 1, the Atto 2. It's brilliant cars to come from BYD. Maybe Atto 2 will cut some of the grass of the Atto 3. I don't know, but still doing well and a great deal in the second-hand market. Reliability for you, there's proof in the pudding right there. Number 2 is, of course, the Model Y. This one's for sale on the AmazingEV right at the moment. $40,000 for a 22, fantastic condition Model Y. Yes, I know not everyone's a Tesla lover, and you've got good reason not to be. We own a Tesla Model Y, exactly the same 22 model. We've done over 90,000 Ks, not a single issue. This is the sort of thing you're going to get. It gets us back to the decision where, will you buy a brand new EV at 40, 38, the GACs, the Geelys? Will you be buying those cars without the reputation, without the track record? Will you be back buying something used where you know and you can almost know for sure the infrastructure's there, the parts are going to be there, the servicing's going to be there, the charging's going to be there? We don't know what the answer to that question is, but there's decisions out there, and this is leading the way. So that's why the Tesla Model Y was the biggest selling car in 2022. Yes, it's outselling the Model 3 significantly now, but it's catching up on the used market to the Tesla Model 3. So it's our number 2 used EV, and probably number 2 sales wise for the year for 2025 as well, outright. And of course, our number 1 EV of the year 2025 is the whole lot of reasons this car is number 1 at the moment. No doubt that'll change in years to come, but right at the moment, there's so many available that it's a fantastic option because it means there's clear price brackets developing with this car, and you can have some certainty about the model of the year and what you can sell it for. Now, depreciation is one thing we'll get to in another day, but at the moment, having that choice out there means that people are some clear price brackets for buyers to know exactly what, and sellers to know exactly what they can get and what they can pay for 21, 22, given a certain amount of Ks. This is a fantastic car, this 2021 for 28 Ks. Again, talk about value and talk about price parity. It's here right now. This is right here, right now. Price parity with ICE cars. And this is, if anything, this whole top 10 is all about the value that you can get from used EVs right now, right at the moment. It's not next year. It's not 2027. It's right now. It's here, and it's only going to get better. The new cars are coming. Used EVs are getting better value. We're going to be here to make sure that we're covering it and we can offer them to you. The Model 3, for some people, may not be in their top 10. It's a great car. It's our number 1. It's the biggest selling used EV in Australia in 2025.